Yeah, yeah. He said also that nation you serve I shall judge. We walk in the wilderness.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Cooking with Marcia. My name is Marcia and I am so happy to see you guys again. Yes, I know it has been quite a few weeks since I've posted. I've just been involved with some other stuff, but I'm back and my first recipe today is plantain lasagna. And I know this is a very popular dish in the Latin community, and all I'm doing is just take that same idea and just put a plant-based spin on it. So, what do we need? We need plantains. We need some sort of filling. I'm using walnut as my meat. I have already washed and soaked my walnuts. I've already made my tomato sauce in a previous video, so you can go back for that recipe, but I've already made my tomato sauce. And I just need some seasoning. So I've got some chopped up onions and sweet peppers and cilantro and other green herbs and cheese. And of course, I already made my cheese and I already showed you how I make my homemade plant-based cheese. So all I'm going to do is extract one from the freezer and grate that as my cheese for this particular plantain Latin dish. So the fun part of it, well, it's all fun, but this part of it is the plantains. Now, what do? Some people fry the plantains using normal stovetop or the air fryer, or some people bake the plantains, or some people cook and mash the plantains and whatever. I am utilizing a waffle maker. So I'm basically just cutting my plantains and put into my waffle maker, and it comes out like a waffle. And I'm using that as the base of my lasagna, my plantain lasagna. So let's go ahead and do that part of it, and then we can combine everything and you'll see how the whole thing turns out. Okay? Got my waffle maker plugged in and I'm just cutting up my plantains and removing the skin from them. And then just to make sure everything fits nicely in my small waffle maker, I'm just gonna cut them a little bit smaller. So that they all fit nicely. My waffle maker is non-stick, but I like to brush just a little bit of oil, and I'm using coconut oil on both sides of my waffle maker. And then all I'm gonna do is just to place my plantains down like so. See how many I can get, and I can squeeze one more piece in there, and then I just shut it down. I want to go all the way down, so let's press that bad boy down and leave her there. I'm going to time her for about 3 minutes and she should be done. So in the meantime, I'll just get the others ready as well. And this is a nice way to avoid excess oil, in your dishes, right? So whatever you can put in the waffle maker, that non-stick waffle maker, it's actually pretty decent. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Be careful, yes, because this is very hot. But yeah, see? Plantain waffles. That's going to be the base of our lasagna. Put a few more pieces in. Yeah, make sure it all fit nicely. You probably have a nice bigger waffle than I do, but I'm gonna work with what I have. Perfect. All right, so it's all my plantains that I'll be putting through the waffle maker, and then I'm gonna move on from there. Okay, so whilst we are waiting for the plantains to be done, you know, remember I put them into my little mini waffle maker. Whilst that is happening, whilst my plantains are being waffled, I'm going to start making the filling now for the lasagna. So I'm going to use my walnut meat that I showed you, that I washed, rinsed, soaked for a little bit, and now I just pulse them so they just look like you know, like mince meat, like mince beef or whatever. Okay, and then I'm going to now put them to my pan and saute everything. So then to the pan, I'm adding some coconut oil. Just enough to saute the seasoning, not a lot at all, it's a small amount. Then I'm gonna add my garlic and a little bit of hot pepper. I didn't put too much because I have some already in my tomato sauce, so I don't want it to be too spicy. Then I'm gonna add my bell peppers. So I've got a couple different colors. These are the small mini bell peppers. Just gonna add all of that in there. And let everything just saute until it's you know, translucent in color. And then we move on from there. Things looking good. I'm gonna add my herbs, and in here I have a combination of basil, two different types of basil, Thai basil, and I have cilantro, oregano, Italian parsley, and curly parsley, and some fresh thyme, all from my backyard. So I'm just gonna put that in. Right, see how pretty that looks. And now I'm just gonna add my meat, which is my walnut. I'm gonna put my let those toast up for a little bit. Allow that to just then to my mixture, I'm just going to add a little bit of pink salt, sea salt, and a mixture of different season blend. It has cumin, paprika, chili flakes, and so on. So let's then toast up nicely. At this stage, you can taste it to see if it needs anything else. Okay, quick taste. Perfect. Perfect. Needs nothing. And then finally, my tomato sauce. I'm just going to pour my tomato sauce in here. And over here, my filling. is done. Okay, let's get my last waffle. Ooh, look how nice that looks. Okay, let's get her out. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Waffle Maker, Mini Waffle Maker. I'm done with you now. So as you would have done in your normal lasagna, I do anyway, I baste the bottom of the pan with a little of that tomato sauce. So I left some of my tomato sauce. That I'm going to use now just to baste the lining of my container. Okay, so that way, you know, if anything is sticking, at least it will have this first to go through before it actually hits your nice waffled plantains. I am making 2 batches. I'm making one for a friend who doesn't like certain seasoning, so I'm making this bland, but, you know, with lots of love, but bland. So in a small bowl, I'm just doing same thing, tomato sauce at the bottom, and then we just start layering. So now we're just going to take these beautiful plantain waffles and we're just going to put them at the base. Oh, that's a perfect one to put in this one. Yay, that's perfect. All right. I'm hoping to get, you know, 2 layers. I think I have enough plantains for 2 layers. Squeeze one more in here. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I got 1 layer on. And now I'm just going to grab me my meat. So, put a nice layer of this meat down. Don't be stingy now, Marcia. Okay. Nice layer of meat. And then a nice layer of this cheese. Right, remember now, this is homemade cheese. It's not going to stand up the way the store-bought cheese would stand up, but it's packed with flavor. And you know what's in it. All right. 1 more scoop for the corners.
He said, also that nation you serve I shall judge. We walk in the wilderness, it hurts so much, so much. I praise the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Living in the greatest time. Israel, open your eyes. Yes, for the first time I feel free. And them around you, come here, love you. 2 different matters.
All I'm going to do is to put this now in the oven. I am going to cover it just for a little bit, just so that you know, everything's gonna get absorbed, and then I'm going to remove the lid off of it in the oven and let it just combine and form into my lasagna. All right, so in the oven, 350 for about 15 minutes. Okay, so the lasagna is in the oven, baking away for about 15 to 20 minutes. And all I'm going to do now is to make myself some fresh green salad. You know, always serve a nice salad with your dishes, right? So I just got some normal romaine cut up in here, no problem. And then I have some red onions. I like myself some nice onions. I got myself some red onions. I'm gonna put in there. And look what I've got. So I planted my okras this year, but this time I decided to plant me some purple okras, and look at them. Look how big this one is. You know, so a friend came by to visit and I was showing off my purple okras, and he was like, oh, let me just try it. Just picked it off the tree and ate it. And he was like, oh, this is really good. So I tried a piece and it was actually very good. So what do you think Mercy is going to do? I'm going to chop these bad boys up and put it into my salad because you can have them raw. So again, one more additional item that we can add to our raw repertoire. Nice, right? So quick rings, I'm going to put a couple of them in my salad. And once you cut them, you can tell, right? Nice and soft it came. So again, let me just, oh my God. It is so delicious. It is so delicious. Oh my goodness. So yes. So some of these bad boys are going to go into my salad. And I know a lot of people don't like okras because of its sliminess. For some reason, these are still slimy. I can feel it. But okay, these are still nice and tender. These are these three that I'm doing. So awesome. So okras, don't go away. The 3 okras in my little green salad and put them together. I'm going to put these away. I won't use these. Then I got me some tomatoes that I want to also include in my salad. And these are just tricolor tomatoes, the red organic that I got from Whole Foods. There are red, orange, and yellow. Beautiful colors, right? So these are my tomatoes. I'm going to cut them in half because they're quite big. So I'm just going to, you know, and put them right into this salad. Okay, let's continue. Cut them in half and put them in my salad. I love making salads. I like to experiment with different things in my salads. I love the colors in my salads, you know, so yeah. I like to put a fruit in my salad. Let's put all my tomatoes in my salad. Look how pretty it's looking already. Right? Really pretty, right? Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to add to my salad, because I'm a crazy girl, I bought me some star fruit. And these are green, so they're not fully ripe as yet. And I'm thinking it should be a nice crunch in a salad. Let's find out.
Yeah. He said also that nation you serve I shall judge. We walk in the wilderness, it hurts so much.
Okay.
So much.
Let's add these to my salad. And then just combine them all together and voila. You got yourself a beautiful green salad. And that's it. That's your nice, quick green salad for the complement to my plantain lasagna. That's it. When we dish them all up, you'll see how pretty it's going to look on the plate. Plantain lasagna is completed. All I'm going to do is just now to cut it to show you what it looks like on the inside and how, you know, typically how I serve it. Okay? So just So basically what I've done, it's once it was, finished baking in the oven, I left it for a little while to rest. So that way, everything still kind of like form and hold itself together before cutting. If you cut it when it's just got out of the oven, everything just kind of splatter all over the place, and that's not what you want. Even right now, it's probably still a little bit warm, but I'm going to try anyway and see if I can get a nice slice out of it to kind of show you what it looks like. So, that's what it looks like. And I'm going to do a quick taste test. Mmm. 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 You have the sweetness from the plantains, and then you have that nice seasoned tomatoey type walnut meat. Nice combination. You guys should definitely try this one. Nice combination. I'm going back in for a second. Sorry, guys. That's my happy dance. And then all I would do is just to serve this now, with that green salad I made. That's all I would do, serve that with it. Make sure that everybody gets a little bit of everything. And that, my friends, conclude your plantain lasagna. So again, I used ripe plantains, not too ripe, just right in between, a little bit of dark spots on the outside. That type of plantain that I used. And then I used walnut as my meat and make it look as if it's minced meat. And then I season that with the usual, onion, sweet pepper, herbs, and so on. And then I made the homemade tomato sauce. And then for the cheese, that was my homemade plant-based cheese that I put in between. I made a nice fresh salad with some romaine lettuce, sweet bell peppers, red onions, star fruit, and my new friend, purple okra. No dressing, that's it, and this is it. Nice meal that you could now have, as your plant-based meal, but don't feel as if you're missing out on something indulgent like this lasagna. So I would really recommend that you give this one a go. The longest thing in the process for me was the waffle plantains. Only reason is because my waffle was so small. But if you have the standard size waffle, you'll go through it, breeze through that portion very quickly. And again, you don't have to use waffle plantains. You can fry your plantains like people normally do. You can bake them as well. But I find that the waffle one is much nicer, and then look how pretty it looks, right? So again, I would suggest that you try this one to add to your repertoire in terms of plant-based dishes. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being in this space. And I do hope that you're enjoying this journey with me, where I try to find ways to, mimic dishes that you're aware of, but make them plant-based. It's fun doing it, and of course, why we're doing that. We're trying to comply with what the creators asked us to do, which is to get away from the meat, get away from man's food, stick to the food that the creator created for you. So that's my purpose. That's the reason why I'm doing all these dishes. That's the reason why I'm in this space. And I thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Thanks to all the new subscribers. And I hope to see you soon. So as usual, we close out giving thanks and praises to the Most High God, the Creator, the one who created us, the one who gave us life, the one who gave us the gift of life. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye.
Yeah, yeah. He said also that nation you serve I shall judge. We walk in the wilderness, it hurts so much, so much. I praise him.